I received, within the last 24 hours, documents shared with me via social media from an anonymous source. These documents show that on January 9, 2026, a public filing was made with the United States Department of Justice. The filing names a U.S.-based strategy firm and a foreign government. According to official records filed under the Foreign Agents Registration Act, the government of Tanzania retained a U.S. company known as Irvin Graves Strategy Group, LLC. The filing was received by the U.S. Department of Justice on January 9, 2026, at 11:38 a.m. This was less than 3 months after Tanzania's October 29, 2025 election, an election whose official result of 98% has been widely disputed by opposition figures, observers, and eyewitnesses. Before and following that election, there were reports of mass arrests, including the detention of opposition leaders, the disappearance of numerous citizens, and allegations of killings of protesters, including claims of mass burials. These events have been described by witnesses and civil society voices as part of a broader post-election crackdown. The documents identify the U.S. firm as an authorized representative of Tanzania's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation. In the aftermath of the election, the Tanzanian government publicly blamed foreign interference and historical colonization for unrest. At the same time, publicly available information from this filing shows that the government engaged a U.S. lobbying and strategic advisory firm based in Washington, D.C. According to the filing, the stated scope of work includes engagement with members of the U.S. Congress, executive branch agencies, and policy stakeholders, as well as strategic advisory support related to trade, diplomacy, and rare earth minerals. Based on what I personally witnessed and documented, these disclosures raise serious questions about the motivations behind the 98% election result and the conduct that followed it. In my view, they point to a pattern driven by power, corruption, and self-interest rather than the will of the people. The filing states that the firm's activities include outreach to members of Congress and their staff, engagement with committees focused on foreign affairs, defense, trade, national security, direct engagement with executive branch agencies, coordination with U.S. political caucuses, including the Congressional Black Caucus and the Hispanic Caucus. This information is part of the public record and is available through the U.S. Department of Justice's FARA database. These disclosures are not allegations. They are legal filings, and they raise important questions about how governments engage internationally, often far from the view of their own citizens. All information presented here is derived from publicly available U.S. government filings and first-hand observation. It is reasonable to ask whether similar arrangements exist in other developed countries through other consulting firms acting on behalf of the Tanzanian government, while the population at home continues to face repression, hardship, and limited political freedom. I'm not accusing any overseas consulting company of wrongdoing. Such firms are paid contractors providing services within the law. Responsibility lies with governments that, according to numerous reports and eyewitness accounts, repress, jail, or violently silence their own citizens to preserve power for a small elite. This is what corruption and greed look like when they are rebranded as development. My name is Ricardo Jarvis, a business and IT consultant who holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Information Science and a Master's in Management from Troy University, Alabama, USA. I am a U.S. Air Force veteran. I witnessed firsthand the October 29, 2025 election that officially claimed 98% legitimacy. I saw the aftermath. I lived among the people who paid the price. What I am presenting is documented, and it cannot simply be buried. My book, 98%, is available on Amazon and other global platforms. This is not propaganda. It is a record of what I witnessed and what is supported by public documentation. This video references publicly available filings made with the U.S. Department of Justice under the Foreign Agents Registration Act, FARA, and first-hand eyewitness testimony. Statements reflecting interpretation or belief are clearly expressed as opinion. No allegations of illegality are made against any U.S. consulting firm. Viewers are encouraged to independently verify all referenced public records. I have been blocked from submitting content by a Tanzania group of over 30,000 members on Reddit by the administrators for shining light. Please like and share so that all Tanzanians and the world will know and shine the light on darkness.